Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to another video. What I have here today is the Australian version of junk silver. Um, Unlike the US, this silver is no longer in circulation. The last one was the 50 cent, which held any silver. That was 1966. That was a decimal currency. The rest of it was basically between 1910 and 1963, and that is no longer in circulation. So to buy these coins, for example, a florin, um, a real, sort of basic quality florin, you'd be paying $2 to $3 probably over the actual amount of what the silver is. So I wouldn't class these a stackable kind of coin. They're more of a numismatic coin. And that's also a difference between the ones in the States. I mean, from what I see on YouTube, you can pretty much pick those up next to nothing, as in premium wise. So we'll start off with the florins. Now, these, when they put it to the decimal currency, they equated these to about 20 cents. Um, you've got 1910 to 1945. They contain 925. They're basically sterling silver. So the florin, the actual silver weight of those was 10.46 grams. So, you can do the math to actually how much silver content's in them. Not a bad coin to collect, but once again, I wouldn't actually collect these as, stacking silver. When I bought the majority of this was when I very, very first started out. And if I was to do that today, I wouldn't get them basically, unless I was collecting the actual coins. Okay, so the 1910 to 1945, this is them here. Got a little roll here. Put these out. That's actually one of those. So that's your basic design of them. Coat of arms. These have different monarchs on the back. So you've got King George, you've got Queen Elizabeth. That's probably not the best one. This is probably a better one to have a look at. Yeah, so that's your 1945 to 1963 florin. Look at that. The 1910s, you can see these are pretty worn down, not the best grade. I mean, they're still that's a 100-year-old coin there, or 99-year-old coin. And as you see at the back, it's not Queen Elizabeth. You gotta love the sound of silver. That's those. Sorry, guys. Okay. Also, between 1942 and 44, a lot of these coins were actually minted in America, in actually San Francisco, meant to be precise. So that's a little bit of a little fact. And then after that, we've got the shillings. These converted when they changed over to 10 cents. So you've got one of the sheep's ram's head on them. You may have seen those in some of the silver coins put out by the Perth Mint and the Royal Australian Mint. King George at the back. Okay, the 1910 to 45, they contained 5.2 grams of silver. The 46 to 63, 50%, they contain 2.8 grams. Okay, the next one after that is the sixpence. Sixpence. Can't say that too well. Sixpence. Sixpence. A bit like the VP of the States. Pence. Sixpence. Small coins, aren't they? Yeah. See if that focus is right. There we go. They contained a massive amount for the 925. The sterlings, they were 2.6 grams of silver. So that's what that equates out to, what, about $1.50 Australian, roughly around there. And the 46 to 63s, they had 1.4 grams of silver, which is virtually next to nothing. But it gets even lower to there. I mean, these are absolutely tiny. Look at the size of them. I don't even know if you can see that. Let's focus on that. They're the wheats. They're like your Wheaties. I think that's right, isn't it? I think in the States, your 1 cent or pennies or what they are, they're wheats. Now these are when it gets really low in the silver. These are just not worth. I think, yeah, just being new to stacking, like I said. And if you're a collector, fine, go for it. But as for like actually trying to collect silver, stack silver, just not worth it. Not worth it at all. They're worse than fractional actually. So the 1910 to 45, they contain 1.3 grams of silver. And wait for it, the 45 to 63, 0.7 grams of silver. So what are we looking at there? Probably about 50 cents worth of silver. So yeah, that's not much at all, is it? Another thing that I found out, I don't know if you guys all actually realise, the reading on the outer edge, I didn't know what that was for until I actually watched a documentary. That was to sort of stop forgeries. So that's what that reading, I think that's what, if anyone else has got a different explanation, let me know, but that's what I was told. So these are my favourite of them all. I mean, I'll just keep those just for memory's sake. I do collect these ones though. It's a bit low at the moment because I have sold quite a few of them. These are the 1966 50 cent. Now, our 50 cent is an octagon. I think it's an octagon. Close to an octagon. One or two, I don't know, maybe one or two sides more or less. No biggie. But these came out in 66. Now, it's the only year that these came out. And the reason, obviously, is why they stopped production of the around 50 cent pieces, because they'd gathered out by that time that the silver was going to be costing more than the actual 50 cents denominational value of the coin. So they wrapped that up, and then we went to the copper and nickel currency of all decimal coins. So this is them. I love these. This is one of my favorite. Just love that sound. We'll grab a nice one. So this is them. So the actual design on these is still the same to this day of our 50 cent piece. It hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is the actual shape of them. They're no longer round. That's Queen Elizabeth on her back, Her Majesty, which I don't have any remarks on that. They are what they are. They're on the coin, so I can't erase that. So there we go. That's the old school currency. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did. Let me know if you didn't. And have a good afternoon and evening. Thanks guys.